obviously you've created your own formula. How do you protect it from somebody who's saying like, oh, I can do the same thing? Is it something that you try to patent, or how does that work?
It is patent. Nobody can, you know. Yeah, I'm telling you, I got the business right before I got the business right. You know what I'm saying?
504 ain't
out the trenches, baby. It took a lot to get here. Y'all ain't about to come take it from me.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop. Bag drop.
Bag drop.
Money. It comes with a lot of questions, and Fidelity can help you get answers. Visit fidelity.com/blackwealth to learn more.
All right, guys, welcome back. EYL.
Yeah.
Back home after traveling around the world. And this is something that we actually been looking forward to for a while. Dope episode. And we've covered the marijuana industry a few times.
Indeed.
Shout out to Al Harrington. Shout out to a few people that we've covered in this space. But this is something that's interesting. I just told them the only thing that I do smoke is hookah.
Hookah. Shisha.
Shisha, yeah.
What a shisha.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm not sure who introduced this to us.
Shisha?
This interview.
Oh. God did?
God did.
Perhaps.
That's a fact. God did. So Blakk, also known as Blakk Tatted, he's killing it in New Orleans, from New Orleans, and then it just spread all over the map.
Yeah.
And started a company called Blakk Smoke. So it's a Black-owned shisha company, which is that's the real name for hookah, right? Shisha.
Yeah.
So, but then he has the portable joints as well. It's interesting. I believe there's no tobacco.
No nicotine.
No tobacco, no nicotine. Because that's what they always say. It's like smoking hookah is like smoking 100
cigarettes.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah, it's bad for your lungs. So, and then, but he's killing it. So he just had, I think, $2 million Black Friday.
Yeah, 2.7, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't discount this 0.7.
Yeah.
So he got a lot of rap artists that, you know, have endorsed the brand, from Lil Wayne to Cardi B to Glorilla, Yo Gotti. The list goes on. So this is going to be a dope conversation. We're going to talk about, you know, how he got into the industry, how he was able to scale a brand, marketing, social media, and all that stuff. But first and foremost, thank you for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, man. It's an honor.
Yeah, for sure.
504.
Yes.
The governor's here too.
Baby.
Shout out to the governor. Larry Morrow's in the building.
Larry is in the When's your episode coming?
Shout out to Treehouse. Live from the Treehouse.
Shout out to the Treehouse baddies.
All right, so let's get into this. So how do you get into producing hookah sticks? Like, how does that even happen? Because I've never really even thought about that being a business.
Yeah, just like yourself, like me, I love hookah. You know, that's just something I love to do, but I never smoke marijuana. I never smoke cigarettes and nothing like that. But just the realization of understanding that me smoking hookah, it's just like smoking a pack of cigarettes. So I just wanted to figure out a way to how to eliminate the effects of something like nicotine and tobacco if I'm choosing not to smoke that, but still be able to enjoy hookah the way that I do, because it's something I love. I didn't want to give up. So I pretty much needed a healthier alternative. And that's like where it all started from. So I knew in order to smoke hookah, like when you go on a diet, right? The first thing we'll say is like fruits or vegetables. That's what we consider healthy. I know vegetables, it wasn't even an option for hookah because nobody wants to smoke no goddamn lettuce, you know? So I knew fruit was an option because first of all, fruit is already incorporated in hookah. You go to a hookah spots and you could get shisha inside of a pineapple head, a grapefruit, you know, stuff like that. So that's what
mint flavor.
Exactly. And that's what the initiative of it all started from. So I knew it had to be a way to create. So it's 100% fruit produced hookah.
So you got a vision, right? You love hookah, but most people can't turn the things that they love into actual business. So at what point, right, did you have an entrepreneurial background, or like, how did you figure out, let me create this business plan to turn this passion of something I love to do into something that can be profitable.
Yeah, so that's what's crazy. I always use my personality and my influence on social media, and I used to just be myself, show my personality, be funny sometimes and stuff like that. And it deemed me some kind of way getting into the world of becoming the promo king, where everybody businesses from the smallest businesses to the biggest businesses. I'm talking about as far as WeTV wanted me to use my personality and sell product. I used to think it was so normal, so natural to me, but everybody else like, oh my God, that work, do that. Could you do that for my business? So I started promoting other people's businesses, and they started making more money than they ever made. Everybody was coming with testimonials like, you made me more money this weekend than I made since I've been in business for 2 years, 3 years. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I realized, well, God damn, like I could do this for myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I really understood and like I had something. I literally could do this for myself and I could become a CEO, you know?
So how long ago did you start?
It's almost 2 years ago.
2 years.
Yes, and it became a multi-million-dollar business the first 3 months.
So before this, what were you doing?
I was literally on Instagram doing making a lot of money though. Don't sleep on promo.
You was an influencer.
I was an influencer, but before
you was an artist at one point, right?
That's so crazy. I played around with a song, you know. New Orleans is known for our culture. We dip, you know what I'm saying? We vibe. So it's a dip. So they called me, they deemed me the dip king. I seem like they always be deeming me something. Promo king, the dip king, you know what I'm saying?
That's a move?
King of Earn Your Leash. I like that shit.
I know this. That's all. I know it is.
No,
I know that.
Yeah, so before the Instagram stuff, I used to work offshore. Like that was my gig. That's kind of how Instagram kicked off for me, because I was offshore on that boat. So bored.
Offshore?
Yeah, offshore.
What's that?
Like you in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico on ships, on tugboats.
You was doing that?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Wow.
That's how I got into Instagram, because I was so bored. I was the only black guy on the boat with, you know, Mr. Dave and people 63 years old and stuff like that. I'm a young guy, so I'm like, y'all over there, I need y'all to connect with me and talk to me and make me feel like I'm at home. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't go to Treehouse in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico.
You went to Treehouse in the ocean.
So yeah, like when I really think back, like all those things it was a purpose. All those things, like everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that now, because you look back, all these different elements of life, it really what came full circle and got me doing what I'm doing today. I feel like if I would never work offshore, I would never probably connected with the internet as much, never had so much free time, never put myself out there, never had nothing else to do but to focus on that, you know?
How this is random. How far out are y'all? Because every time I see it, I'm like, yo, how do they even get service out there? Like,
no, very, very, very far out. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Shout out to all the dudes who's like losing their relationships and their wives and stuff.
Shout out to
what are y'all doing out there? Like fishing?
So all the ships gotta like dock and like even when you see like coal and all that kind of stuff like that, that's where it's coming from. That's where it's importing from. So when the ships are so heavy and carrying all these barges and stuff like that, they can't dock themselves. So that go us and the other ships and the tugboats, which are a little smaller, and you pushing the ships towards the dock. It's called like landing, turn for sea and things like that. Even when the ship is coming out of a dock, they can't turn themselves. So you got to connect wire and line to them and pull the boat back and literally help them turn. So that's the kind of stuff you do out in the Gulf. So boring.
Interesting. So all right, so you get the idea to make hookah with fruits.
Yes.
That's like the base.
It's made 100% fruit.
All right, so it's made out of fruit. You get the idea for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the first steps to actually get the product produced?
The first step is getting a product produced is literally, damn, you want me to tell you my recipe? This is like Good Burger.
No, I mean, as far as what's the steps of actually like manufacturing, like, okay, I'm going to get a hookah made in China and get it sent over, like, I mean.
So that's the thing. That was the tricky part. That's what became the most complicated part for me, because I couldn't just go and do something that the average person could do, because I'm literally doing something that has never been done. Like, it's something that I created. So it didn't have like the proper steps or the right supplier. I literally had to put this together. Like, I literally had to find a supplier. I had to go through so many of them. Like, people were saying, like, suppliers were saying they couldn't do this because the vision that I had and the things I was saying to do is like, it sounds good, but you cannot put fruit juice and inside of a hookah pen and stuff like that. So that was the most complicated part of literally finding somebody that could believe in my vision, and we literally figuring it out together, because I didn't have all the answers, but I just had a vision. But now it have come to life clearly.
So you building a team around it? Because I'm figuring like, yeah, you're building with fruit, but it takes some like expertise and to figure out how to make the right concoctions to actually figure out, yo, we can smoke this. If not, this could go bad.
Absolutely.
So like, how'd you find the team, or like, did you pitch the idea to people to say like, this is a vision I have? Like, how did that work?
That's literally what worked with the suppliers. I just had to be, that's why I went through so many. The people that really realized, okay, we could do this if we use this and we keep the fruit from going bad, and this have to be done and this could keep it healthy and stuff like that. So the suppliers actually helped me, take my vision and bring it to life. So we kind of like worked together and created a formula that actually gave you black smoke.
How cost intensive is it? Because if you're using fruit, right? If you're
it's very costly. It's very costly. And then by it being made a certain way, I couldn't even use like one supplier for one thing. Like, it was such a big deal to be able to get the fruit to what it needed to be. And it's a whole nother idea of having a hookah pen that could hold the kind of fruit and the stuff that's going to go in there. So I have to have different suppliers. Like, one supplier like make the fruit and got to get with the other supplier to put it in the hookah base. So like, it's a lot. So it's not something where I could just go and put my logo on something and it's already made and ship it to me. It's like a whole system. So it cost me quite a bit, but
hundreds of thousands
to get started.
Yeah.
When I first got started, it cost me $100,000. But now, yes, hundreds of thousands. Now, a couple mil, you know what I'm saying? Okay. Because I got to keep up with the high demand and the supply.
So the startup was like $100,000.
Yeah, yeah.
So is it just the portable, or is it the regular hookah too?
At the regular hookah too. Even my shishas are literally, you open it and it's the actual fruit. Like, it's all fruit. Everything is 100% fruit based.
Do you have to get like FDA approval for that, or?
And yes, and that's what the things that takes some time. My legal team is already like in the works with all that stuff, the FDA approval. That's just something that doesn't happen overnight. We have no doubt in the world that it's going to be FDA approved.
So there's a lot of steps that go into it. It's obviously the FDA approval, but trademarking. Like, talk about the lessons you had to learn, like, to get this thing actually a product that people could use.
So that's the thing. That's a lot of stuff that I'm like still learning. Like, I try to give myself more knowledgeable about it every single day, because like this is a monstrous company. This bigger than me. I didn't even imagine, if you could have told me I could just come up with this product and have this company and probably make 10, 20 grand a month, I'm like, okay, great. At least I got something, some leverage. But now it has become something that I didn't prepare myself for, because you couldn't tell me in my wildest dreams it will be this. So I'm literally learning every day and getting more knowledge as I go.
So, all right. So once you got it made and all that, now how did you start selling it? Did you sell it to the clubs first, or was you selling it hand to hand to people? Like, what was the
online? So I got this thing about me, right? Like, I'm a influencer, a public figure, but I also like to be very private. So if I'm dropping something, if I'm doing something, I literally never talk about it, and my audience notice about me. That's why they kind of stay tuned, because you could literally be on Instagram today and I ain't posting 2 months, but today it could be like, surprise. I do that. Like, I'm known for that. So I literally was working on it, creating it. I used to be on Instagram Live. I actually started during the pandemic. I started Instagram with these talent shows. Like, I used my platform. I was on Instagram Live, like almost so many celebrities used to come to my talent shows every weekend. Like, it used to have thousands of people in there, people singing. They thought I was Diddy or something. Like, I ain't never gave nobody their big break, but I just made them feel like, come on this talent show, you just don't know who's gonna see you.
Not the Tory Lanez type.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really how it was. And wait, what was we talking about? I just had a brain fart.
When you started selling it, who did you start selling it?
Oh yes, that's what it is. So once everything was done, everything was pretty much, formulated. I literally had it already in the house and everything. Nobody even knew I was coming out with it. So I literally dropped it on my Instagram. I was like surprised that now they have seen me smoking hookah all the time. Like, I was known from having my wine, having my hookah. The whole time they just didn't know it was mine. So many times they was asking me like, what you smoking? What flavor you smoking? I'm telling them they trying to go get another brand that's that same flavor, because I'm not telling them exactly what the brand is. So I guess they thinking in the sense of, he ain't gonna tell me the brand because they ain't pay him to tell me the brand, but it was always mine. So them trying to keep up and doing what I'm doing and me having my influence. And when I literally say, this is what I've been smoking, this is mine, and now it's available now, first day I dropped it, it's sold out, and it's been like nonstop ever since.
Well, how much inventory did you have that first day? Like, I mean, people always try to figure out business. How much should I have in the event that I sell out? So what did you say, like, was the number?
Yeah, so was crazy. I had spent like $100,000 on inventory, like getting everything right. And when I say $100,000, that was for the design, the inventory, the shipping, and everything like that. And I literally got this book. I'm gonna talk about this. I got this book that I wrote on right before I opened my company, and I was like, Lord, if I could like make $100,000 my first year, I know that's so far fetched, but that is my goal. I want to make $100,000 my first year, and I won't have all this inventory that I just invested in going within my first year of business. So I had enough inventory that I could make at least $180,000. So when I dropped that, I made that $180,000 the first day and no inventory.
First day.
All the inventory was sold out.
So you had back orders.
Yeah. So no. So I'm saying my year plan of trying to sell this product that I had within 1 year and make this amount of money within that first year, all that product was gone that first day. And I made that yearly goal. I made that the same day I dropped.
Now it's time for the re-up.
Yeah. So now it was horrible for me. I'm stressing. I'm sweating. I'm like, what to do? So now literally once I dropped my day that I dropped and I sold out, I literally have more product again for 2 months. So then, but I think it worked out in my favor because that built this demand. Everybody that was trying, they was talking about it, and everybody that was hearing about it wanted it and couldn't get it. So now they was ready for the next drop. Oh, he sold out so fast, it's gonna sell out again. So every time I drop, everybody anticipating and they setting alarms. People, it's crazy. People really be calling off work because it's like they can't have their phone or they don't want to miss it. So when I drop, it goes crazy.
So this is another valuable lesson in business, right? Sometimes we try to come out with a product, but we have multiple products at a time. Like when we started, we had 7 different shirt designs until we realized, like, wait, people are buying assets over liabilities.
Yes.
We got to stick with that. How many flavors of the shisha did you start with?
I go big or go home. I started with 15 flavors at once. That's why my investments were so high. Yeah. Like, that's why I was like, Lord, please let this work for me. You know what I'm saying? I started with the extra 15 flavors at once. And also, what I could say, for somebody else who's probably trying to get some advice and want to start business, don't know how many products to start with, all that kind of stuff. I actually feel like versus trying to push the narrative of inventory or push the narrative or have different options as people, what you first want to do, the first thing first is build a demand for your product, not build the inventory for it, because you can get 10 of these designs of jeans and 5 of these shirts and 12 of these hookahs. But if you don't have a demand for what you're selling and why people need it and why they have to come and get it from you versus just go and get the next best thing for the next best person, you just have another product and another item that nobody feel a need to want to get. So you build a demand for your business and you build the inventory off of that, in my opinion.
Yeah, so you sell out the first batch and now people got to re-up. Are these one-time uses or can I get like a refill?
They disposables.
Disposables?
Yes.
Oh, so we just, and we out.
Yeah, you got to build that demand. I need you to keep coming back, baby.
So, but it worked out, but that can actually be very harmful for a business if you don't have enough inventory.
Absolutely. And I still struggle with that to this day. So every time I get a amount of inventory, right, I will sell out it. And from that first time, I started saying, well, I'm gonna get double of what I had. But then when I waited those 2 months and I had got double, I said, well, this gonna last me longer because I got double this, and that's sold out in hours. So now I'm dealing with the fact that I'm tripling and it's sold out. Like, so it's like no matter what, I just can't keep up with the demand. So now this is a world exclusive. I never even had enough room to have the demand which I needed. I'm a new business, a year old. I had a small warehouse, and now it's so crazy that I feel like I'm operating like Amazon. I just closed on a Mega Million headquarters. So now I'm feeling good about that because I appreciate that. I'm feeling good about that because my problem with making money and running my business is always it stops and starts because the problem is I'm running out of inventory. So now I feel like without running out of inventory, the sky's the limit. I could just keep rolling. I could keep going. All the money that I made, I feel like I could have made double and triple that because the whole time of me making that much money, I've been sold out 1, 2, and 3 months at a time.
Yeah, it's a process. It's a process. Yeah. But let's go back to that day.
Yeah.
Let's go back to that day. So you sell out, you're making the money. In your mind, is it like, all right, let me reinvest it, or is it like, let me get some of the things I've always wanted?
Absolutely, reinvest it. Still to this day, I reinvest pretty much everything. Like I really feel like,
except for the jewelry.
yeah, you know,
I'm just saying, I see a lot of rings and things.
you know what I'm saying?
Bust down white, like there's a lot going on over here.
It took a while. This is
It's a lot
hey,
going on.
it's been almost 2 years, and I just got this jewelry like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, no cap.
Look
Like
good.
I'm just getting it. You know what I'm saying?
Look good.
Like let me keep reinvesting before I can do that. But real talk, like it takes a lot, and I really feel like no matter what, how much you reinvest and you're not kept with, I feel like as long as you have inventory, you are not broke. Inventory is money. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to see that liquid and have that money and that cash flow in your hand, but you got money right there. You could literally make a post, get an influencer, do something any day and take that inventory and turn it into dollars yet again. So I feel like as long as I could have $20 in my bank account, but I got $1 million worth of product in the inventory, you know, worth the inventory in that warehouse, I'm rich. I got $1 million and it's right there. I just got to figure out a way to, you know, strategically turn it into dollars again.
So let me ask you this: as far as the marketing, how do you market? You just go on social media, like we got Hookah. Like, is it skits that's built out? Do you get other influencers and celebrities? Like, how do you market it? You have a following, but like, how do you push it on social media?
So, and the best thing that could happen to me, hookah is such a popular thing already. People already love to hookah. And so I kind of don't have to influence them to do something that they already love to do. Only thing I got to do is like influence them on why you should do it with mine instead of theirs. And the things that I use is so easily used because it's actually the truth. A healthier alternative literally made from fruit, and you can do it without the nicotine and the tobacco. Like, you like the smoke hookah a lot, so I know you could even agree that when you smoke that hookah in the club, everything, your throat could be hurting. You could get a head rush, you could get a headache. That'd be that nicotine, that tobacco. So
He only smokes hookah when R&B's playing. He don't smoke it a lot.
especially that Confessions album, right? But yeah, real talk. So yeah, it's kind of like the consumers pretty much market the product for you, and then they be excited to get it. You kind of get like free promo all day, just nonstop, you know. And the thing about it, as far as the celebrities and stuff like that, it's really crazy that these people you be thinking that these are people that you really can't touch or people that you can't reach. But you find out when you have a business and a popping product that they really sitting there on their phone scrolling and looking at the next best thing, just like us. They slide in your DM. Literally say, "Hey, what's up, King? I gotta get some of that."
Peace,
so I'm
man.
like, I'm saying to myself, they're like, but I'm like, all right, no thing, you know, trying to play cool, calling my team like, strip that out right now, overnight, you know, little baby. I'm just saying, but yeah, that's just really how I go. And it started with love and organic like relationships, and then they post it. I don't care if a celebrity posts me on their Insta story. I just send a free product. They still use their influence. I'm gonna take that Insta story and I'm gonna screen record it and I'm gonna post it on my page. Now they gave me a post, and that post is gonna go all over social media. And so influence is what's the key, you know, to turn it into dollars right now.
Yeah, that's the commercial right there. So you're obviously, I'm figuring you're marketing as the healthy hookah, right? This is the healthy alternative if you're going to do hookah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've created your own formula. How do you protect it from somebody who's saying like, oh, I can do the same thing? Is it something that you try to patent, or how does that work?
It is patent. Nobody can, you know. Yeah, I'm telling you, I got the business right before I got the business right. You know what I'm saying?
504 ain't
out the trenches, baby. It took a lot to get here. Y'all ain't about to come take it from me.
There you go.
So, like, what's the makeup of sales? Is it mostly through individuals, or is it a lot moving through nightlife clubs and stuff?
It's only available online. Like it's not in the club. I ain't even get into that world yet. No wholesale, no distributors.
Are you
like
going
that.
to?
Eventually, like, you know, it's my baby right now. Like, I know that's what I was just saying, like what you were just saying with the investors and all that stuff. You kind of teach me knowledge because I didn't know about any of this. And you know, in the Black community, we be so guarded and everything, and we feel like if we share a percentage of something that we doing everything, or we got to be macho man, we got to do it by ourselves, or it's more rewarding to us to say I did this by myself. So you'll really feel like we'll feel better having 100% of $2 million than having 50% of $5 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the world that I'm really starting to learn now. And that's the game that I'm really trying to get more into and have a better understanding of. And I really feel like if I can take it this far by myself, just imagine what I could do with a machine behind me, you know?
Yeah. I mean, based on your analytics, so are the sales coming domestically, meaning like are you seeing it happen predominantly in the States? If so, like what parts of the country? Like obviously we're in Atlanta a lot, and that's like it's part of the fabric. But
Yeah.
even from an international standpoint, we're in the Middle East, and this is part of their culture.
Mhm.
Like, do you have visions to expand it from an online space to getting out to those parts?
That's what's crazy. Those are the people like Barbados and Dominican Republic and all those kind of places. They buy bulk. I'm like,
DR's heavy on.
I'm like, who is this person? Who is these people? Like, we ship so much like overseas that it's insane. And like, I just didn't never imagine, you know, within 1 year that I'll go from the States into overseas and things and people like that. But I feel like when I get into wholesale and distributing, that's when really like the world is really go have Black Smoke, you know?
So, what is the most popular flavor?
You know what's crazy? The most popular flavor is all of them. The bundle sells more than anything.
Everyone.
You know what I'm saying? The
All
most
three
popular
of them.
flavors, all of them. So you get the bundle, you go get all 10 of the flavors of the hookah pen and the bundle of the shisha, which comes with 15 flavors. Whenever somebody get one, they be mad because now they love it. You know, you always want to try one and try it first. Now they love it and now they want more, but now it's been sold out for so long and you gotta wait. And you know, waited so long trying to survive with that one pen. And then when it came back in stock, you couldn't get it again and it sold out again. So now they just buy bundles all day. Like that's the most favorite thing.
Yes.
So, how does this work? It's already inside of it. You have to light something.
Yeah, no, actually it's just look, open it. How about you try it for
About
yourself?
to test it right now.
Yeah.
The first ever.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's close.
Let's do it.
What you like, mint?
We're gonna go with green apple. Let's go with
Okay.
green apple. Governor, he already got his. The governor has his.
Give me one.
How we? Oh, there we go. It's up here.
Tear it from the side.
Here's on the side. Let's get this thing.
Probably
going.
just smell it right now.
Smells great. What are we doing?
All you gotta do is take the plastic,
This?
take that rubber out,
Yep.
and it's breath activated. You just puff, blow it out your mouth.
Don't worry, it's just fruit.
Charlie doesn't smoke much. This tastes good, man.
It's a vibe.
This is watermelon mint.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Tastes just like green apple, doesn't it?
It does. It absolutely does.
Oh, and it lights up,
Yup.
and you just
You don't hit hookah like weed, bro. Like,
That's why I tell you, you're not a smoker.
yeah, you just hit it. You hit it and blow it out. You trying to
Don't put that in your lungs, man.
blow guns and shit.
I am blowing it out.
Oh boy.
So then, all right.
Let's
So
continue the conversation.
this is good actually.
That tastes
So-
really good.
All right, so all right. So now let's say I'm done for the time. I put this back in like this.
You don't have to. It's leak proof.
It's leak proof.
Yeah, it's leak proof. Turn it upside down. I promise you, I'm a man of my word.
So you just all right, and
You
then
good.
okay, and then you just smoke it until there's no more.
Smoking test no more. You good.
This will probably last a day.
I knew the women was gonna want it all in their purses and stuff like that. So I didn't want to be like, oh, that's leaking all on mine.
The fact that it lights up, this is gonna go crazy.
It's a
club.
vibe.
It's gonna go crazy in club.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, interesting. And then Glorilla had it in her video.
Yeah. And Tomorrow 2 video with Glorilla featuring Cardi
Cardi?
B. Yeah.
You knew that was gonna happen, or it was
Yeah, I definitely knew it was going to happen because Glorilla had literally tasted the pens already. Everybody was tagging me and sending me videos of Glorilla like literally having the pen in her hand while she was on stage. So like, I'm friends with someone who worked with Glorilla. Shout out to Whitney. And I was like, look, if Glorilla like the pens, let's get it. So send Glorilla pens. She made the video, whatever the case may be. So Whitney was like, Glorilla was like, her friends love these pens so much they could smoke them in the video. I'm like, oh word, send them 8 more bundles.
Bundles. Put
Bundles.
them out there like bundles.
So how much is it?
These are $39.99.
$39.99. How much is the bundle?
The bundle is $299. $299, and what you saving like over $100 by getting the bundle.
How many come in a bundle?
10 comes in a bundle.
Okay. Now, we saw Juul, this e-cigarette company, and we saw that the lawsuit, and they're saying it's marketing to teens, and it's really dangerous. But you actually said that lawsuit helped you.
Yeah, I didn't know about that part. I just knew about the part of Juul being banned, and they was talking about the higher levels of nicotine and tobacco. So I didn't even do like interviews or nothing on that. But I go on Google and I see so many write-ups saying that Juul has been banned for nicotine, tobacco, open up the doors for black smoke with no nicotine, no tobacco. I'm like, well, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people came over, was literally writing in my comments like, so glad I found this healthy alternative. I seen this, Juul got banned and you guys are the next best thing. It was just like free promo,
Best press.
Best press.
So this is just 100% healthy?
100% fruit, man.
No negative effect.
No negative. Listen, it's made up of miracle berries, which is actually a very popular thing in West Africa. Like they take miracle berries to help keep their blood flow well, bodily functions, everything like that, what's definitely what this is made up of.
Natural fruits and berries.
Natural fruits and berries.
It's like coming to America.
Yep.
So what's your plans on scaling? Like, how do you take this to the next level?
And that's literally what I'm in my bubble right now trying to figure out, because I'm to a level that I wouldn't even fathom, right? So my thing is, literally, I'm feeling like I really need to get a machine behind me. Like I have seen pretty much what I can do. I have reached the culture. I have did something that hasn't been done yet. Like, I have targeted our people, but literally I just really want to, the sky's the limit on some, and I'm really trying to figure that out. I really feel like I just need to be in the right rooms and soak up knowledge from the right people, y'all included, and really kind of find my way.
Yeah, I like that, man. So you're doing it online. I know we kind of had a little conversation about brick and mortar, looking into the future. What's your thoughts on it or hesitations on it? Because it's like we're pretty successful doing this business online. We always talked about if your business isn't online, you don't really have a business.
Yeah.
So you're starting there. Do you think maybe brick and mortar, right? Because it's like one of those things. Like if I'm doing successful already, why do I need it?
I be feeling like, but again, I'm in a new world, so I'm trying to even break my chain of thought. I'm trying not to think the same way. I'm trying to think outside the box. It's kind of like I feel like if it's not broke, why fix it? I feel like if I'm online touching so many people, it's like when you online, you can reach Dominican, you can reach New York, LA, Atlanta, whatever. But if I have a store base, it's just literally for the population of which is around me. So I'm just feeling like how
beneficial?
How beneficial could that be for me? Also, but I guess having the insight, like literally rolling down the street and always being able to see black smoke is still kind of beneficial. And then also I'd be trying not to think from such a large scale, right? Just thinking that since I'm making X amount of dollars online, the fact that I could probably make $50K from a storefront isn't beneficial to me, but that $50K may add up. I just got to realize it's different levels. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways to, break the ice, and it could be successful over here. Even if it's not the same level of success, it still be considered success, and all that add to the pie, you know?
It's like one of the things we spoke about with like the marathon store, recipes in it, but like it became an attraction, right? So if you put it in a place where you're from, now people come, you can have limited releases, limited items, exclusive items just for that area, or kind of like what Pinky's done, where it's like, there's a chance I might meet you if I come to the store. Right. Because your personality becomes a thing. Whereas, she has a product, which is the food, but people just come sometimes just to meet her. And then obviously there's incentives when you come and get there. And also the other side of it is that there's a real estate play too, right? So when you bring that type of value, you're bringing continuous customers to an area, the appreciation on the area goes up. Right. So there's a couple of things where I see like it could be beneficial, especially like if it's where you're from.
Right. Got you. So y'all advice if I open up a storefront definitely got to start in New Orleans.
Well, I don't think a brick and mortar might not be the best idea, but I do think getting into clubs is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something like you could have like the premier, like in every club, like, you know what I mean? Like have like on the menu, like, when you go to clubs and you order bottles and they like every club has rosé, every club has Don Julio, or every club has, tequila, whatever. So now it's like they have different hookah options, and then they'll have your option as one of the hookah options.
And then I'll be sitting back in the cut and realizing in the clubs, it's such an inconvenience with those hookahs, because everybody's crowded, everybody booked up. The girl can't even get through because somebody about to get burnt
Somebody
and stuff
gonna
like
get
that.
burnt.
And this will definitely
It makes it a lot easier.
Yes.
That's a fact. Because like you said, even in restaurants, like, you know what I mean? You got to, the thing is like, you got to pass it.
Yes.
You got like duck and
They knocking coals down, burning the floors, the sofas
Sharing
all
it with
day.
somebody and getting the mouthpiece and this process.
much more convenient.
Yeah, this is.
That's where I see a lot of scalability in that. Because like you said, you got the clubs, you got the lounges, and you have the restaurants.
Yeah.
They all serve hookah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you do both, right? Because even like Burner with cookies, like that becomes a brand that just travels. We know cookies,
Right.
right? Even if we don't know Burner, we know what cookies is. And so like when they see the store, it's like, oh, we know what's inside.
Right.
We know the level of product. But if you become that brand, especially for this space, I mean, the possibilities are endless.
The
Really,
only thing with cookies, I don't think you're allowed to mail marijuana.
you in California.
You can, but I'm saying like you can't mail it.
Oh,
across
ship
state
it. No,
line.
you can't ship it. You
So
can't
that's
ship it.
why it's like those stores
Yeah.
are cash cows.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you want to buy the weed, you
Gotta go to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
store. Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Correct.
got a business where you can actually ship it across state lines. So, and like you said, the hookah thing is interesting because you could just smoke hookah just on a random, like I just see people with pins, like it's those vape pins and all that. You could just be like on a golf course.
We don't know what it is. We assuming this hookah.
Well,
But
yeah,
this is
that's what I'm saying. But I'm
yeah.
just saying those portable
everywhere.
smoking things.
Yeah, yeah.
People are smoking that
Everywhere.
I don't know what's in all of them, but they're very popular.
Right.
So now that is actually something that's beneficial.
Man, I tried to puff one of those things. I don't know how people do it. Like what
The
the
vape,
Yeah.
Wait, what's the marijuana ones?
Like those big jewel
Oh, yeah,
hookah
the
things
cigarette
and all
ones
that
are
stuff. Like, man, I'm talking about literally.
The weed ones are dangerous too. I know some people who try them.
I never tried
Yeah,
those.
so it's a roller coaster ride you don't want to go on.
so are there other people that's making fruit-based hookah?
No.
You're the only person that makes fruit-based
Only
hookah.
person that make fruit based
That's a
hookah.
legend.
Yes. Thank you, King.
So you don't have any competition.
No.
Do you foresee competition coming?
I'm the blueprint of something, right? So it's only right that when people see something and you do it, like it's gonna be others come behind you to try to duplicate it. Like I'm aware of that, and that doesn't even affect me in any kind of way. Like I just know what I make and what I create. That's just literally if you love your grandma or your mama gumbo, and they just probably tell you be like, damn, how you get it the flavor like this? They probably say, I put a little couple sausages in there, put a little, shrimp fillet, baby. You can sit there and do it the same way, but it's gonna probably be good for you, but it ain't gonna be your mama
It
gumbo.
ain't gonna be the same.
And that's what Black Smoke is. I
never had gumbo
truthfully
before.
that. You didn't?
Neither. I haven't either.
Haven't had gumbo yet.
Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta come to Morrow's and get some gumbo.
I do.
Gotta come to
Can we make it without pork though?
Yeah, Monday, my new spot, we got the seafood gumbo.
seafood gumbo?
Could you believe Monday's not open on Tuesday?
Monday's not open on Tuesday.
Monday, all day happy hour, Tuesday we close.
I just don't get it. Like, I mean, I can only have it yesterday, right? All right, got
The
it.
reset.
So let's talk about Dwayne Carter. He's the most famous person to ever come from New Orleans? Probably.
Absolutely.
Probably.
Yeah, 1000. That's my guy.
So he's smoked your hookah.
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
You know what's crazy? I think it's crazy because you always think about, we always say when you hear that lighter flick and that Wayne song, so now I'm like, damn, now when you hear that, that's Black Smoke. But that relationship actually came from Larry, my guy right here, man. Larry is good friends with McMahon, which is, Lil Wayne right hand man. And Larry always, that's one thing he go do. He go talk to you. He go be like, look, you probably know some good shit, or you probably know some people, but you got to meet my dog. You got to meet blah blah blah. He sell hookah pens and this, that, and that, and other. So we all got to talking. We got on phone calls, and Wayne had a birthday coming up. McMahon was saying how he was gonna make sure Wayne get the product. Wayne got the product, try the product, love the product. Was a part of his birthday bash. He actually had Black Smoke on his menu as the hookah appetizer.
How'd that feel like, man? You from New Orleans? Obviously, we shared in the. We love Wayne. Obviously, like, what's that feel like when you see the guy that you look?
I don't talk the same. I only talk in goat, not bad. Like, you understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? It gets no bigger than that, bro.
That we from Louisiana fans. So when you're building, right?
Yes.
I'm assuming at some point it's not just you. You got to build a team, right? Now, how did that work? Are we grabbing family, or we got our friends? How you building a team out to as you scale?
Yeah, so it's crazy. It was my friend right here, which is Dejanay. We've been listen. It's crazy. Because a little backstory. We was friends like when we was like in our late teens and stuff like that, right? And we always had this goal and this motive that we need to be rich one day. We don't know how, but we gonna be rich. So we used to be sitting back in our living room writing on envelopes, trying to figure out how to build a MySpace app and a Facebook app. We was like, we gotta put time out of business. We can do our own app, right? So coming full circle, she was running all the insurance companies all over the world. I started being offshore, then I started my hookah and stuff like that. And then as things was growing and I was realizing, Deja came to my house one day, she was like, I'm proud of you, but what the hell is you doing? Like, I was doing my own marketing, my own customer service, my own social media. Like, I was running everything, shipping orders. She was like, let me help you, my baby. So Deja came over here and listen, it started with one conversation in my office, in my house, and it became the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Like, so Deja's like my right-hand man. She helped me run everything. Like, Deja have more access to my life than me. You ask me something about me, I'm like, I don't know, ask Deja. You know? So my team is very, very small right now, but it definitely started with my friends.
Scaling looks likely.
Yes.
So talk about retaining customers, because that's the most important part of a business. Is once you get a customer, you want to make them a customer for life. So what's your plans to make sure that customers return and keep buying product?
You know, I feel like it's all about the connection. With a customer, don't make a customer feel like they're just a customer, like another person that just spending money and buying something from you. That's I think that was one of my most successful ways of going about things, that I connect with everybody. Like literally every customer that buy from me, they literally feel a connection with me. I talk to them. I go on live. I answer questions. I literally talk to everybody. I repost everybody. It could be Beyonce and her yacht. I'll repost, and I also post Lil Jenny that's sitting in her Ford Focus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I literally make everybody feel appreciated because they truly are. And I always feel like the people that consider themselves the little people, those are actually the biggest spenders. Those are the people that are sitting down and working their 9 to 5 and getting their check and buying themselves something that they feel good about, which is a hookah pen and stuff like that. So those are the consumers that makes the most sense to me. So I just think it's all about making every customer feel valued, appreciated, and loved.
So are we looking at more products or more flavors? How are we going to keep the business going, right? So you got 15 now. How many flavors you got now?
I got 10 hookah pen flavors and 15 hookah shisha flavors.
So what's the plan? More products or different flavors?
You know, you got to follow my Instagram. I told you I don't say nothing. I just drop. But I'm just tell you this, King, I'm never not working. You understand me?
So
the Lil Wayne lighter switch right there.
So the warehouse, that's going to be where all of the product is held and where all the product is getting shipped out of and all that stuff?
Yes. 40,000 square feet. Like, it's mega. 30 offices. Like, I'm talking about, listen, it's crazy. Y'all should come do an episode of Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah, we got to stop by. For sure. So are you thinking about diversify? Like, all right, so you're getting money with the hookah. Are you interested in other aspects of you looking to buy real estate? You looking to invest in other businesses, restaurants? Are you looking to do that, or you just focus on what you're doing right now?
Absolutely. No, I'm looking to do that because I'm a fan of you got to get it while it's hot. Like, you know, like everything doesn't last always. Some things got its phases. Some things got its time. So I just feel like while you're in the game, you just literally got to spread your wings and be a ball eagle. You can't literally just focus on one thing, have all your eggs in one basket. And I feel like you don't have this kind of success and literally stick to one thing. Like, you literally, you know, you got people as far as, like, for instance, you got Jay-Z, which was a rapper, and now he own a basketball game, and now he own his own liquor. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I literally look for people like that as blueprints and understanding, like, I don't ever want nobody to put me in a box, so it starts with me. I don't want to be in no box. I may have started with Black Smoke, but that's not going to be the last thing you hear of me. You know?
So you started out with that crazy first day, but this Black Friday was pretty monumental as well. We're going to get to the amount, but let's talk about the lead up to it. You said the market is Instagram. Are you taking in inventory and getting pre-orders or wait lists? How do people, you know, build up to that, you know, that super successful Black Friday? And we'll talk, like I said, we'll talk about the numbers later, but what was the build up into Black Friday?
Yeah, I never do pre-orders. I really feel like if my advice to any business, don't do pre-orders, because you may have it on a website, you can post it on Instagram, you can verbally say this is the pre-order, blah blah blah. But all people know once they pre-order is I spent my money and I don't have my product yet. No matter what, if you say it's coming in 3 weeks, on the 7th day, they could be like, you scammed me. I don't got it yet. So I just really don't feel like it's worth the headache. So the thing about it is, I even like the last time when I made headlines, when I made $1.4 million in 9 hours. $1.4 million in 9 hours. That was just on a regular day on a restock. I was out of inventory for 2 months and I dropped it, and it did that. So I literally never had a sale before. So me being able to make $1 million with no sale just on a regular day, it was literally like a Tuesday, my dog. Like it was a Tuesday, so I was anticipating that Black Friday was going to be successful, but I didn't know the kind of success that it would have brought. Like she was actually telling me, Deja was actually telling me like, Black Friday going to be crazy. I'm like, but yeah, nah. She was like, are you insane? Are you sick? Listen, my G. Oh my God. It was insane. I didn't expect it in a million years, bro. They took advantage of the sale. Like I said, like
they supposed to sell like 20% off, something like that?
40% off. 40%. They took all my shit. Could you believe that? That's damn near half off. I'm so mad. I'll never do that again. But nah, it was love, man. It was a beautiful feeling, man. Made me feel back. Make me feel back like I was giving back to the community, because I'm giving y'all 40% off. You know what I'm saying?
So what is your biggest markets in America?
My biggest market is just the people. Like I say, like
everywhere, no region is bigger than other.
It's really worldwide. So look at Deja saying, like if you look at our analytics, like it's just look at the map. I mean, we touch. I feel like I'm the dope dealer of, like, Ghost don't got nothing on me.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, hookah's one of these things, because we travel a lot. So Atlanta is a heavy hookah hub. Mm-hmm. New York City, you said, you spoke about the Dominican influence. So New York City is heavy on hookah.
Yeah, Atlanta pretty heavy for me too.
LA, people smoke hookah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's one of these things where no matter where you live.
Houston, they smoking it.
Houston heavy on the hookah.
Yeah. I love Houston.
New Orleans is heavy with the hookah.
Yeah, New Orleans is heavy with the hookah. And you know what's crazy? That's the thing. Well, I know a lot of people always be like, your hood don't support. Your hood could be the last people. New Orleans be showing up and showing out for me. Like everywhere we go in New Orleans, you see, they smoking hookah pens. Like even Larry, my friend Larry, right here, he have establishment, which is my favorite place. I'm gonna plug it again, Treehouse. Treehouse, bam, shout out to the baddest. Larry was at Treehouse watching the game, and Larry FaceTime because I had gave Larry some hookah pens, and he bought some of the hookah pens with him to Treehouse. And once people seen he had Black Smoke hookah pens, like they was unbarging them, like everybody was like, Larry was like, I just don't get it, because we have Hookah Hill. Like, why they acting like that behind Black Smoke? But my city, just no matter where you go in the city, you're gonna see people in there smoking their Black Smoke hookah pens. They definitely show love.
How y'all looking in Miami? Because I feel like that's a city that there's parties almost every day.
That's what's crazy. Miami is looking very good. That's why I've been talking to them about Miami. I say I really got to do something in Miami, and I visited Miami a couple weeks ago, and now I'm like, I got to find a penthouse out here. It's different. Like Miami is just different
vibes. So let me ask you this: New Orleans is an interesting place because, like you said, it's own culture, even historically. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything is different. Like the music, the food. Even the language, like the Creole, everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole different culture that historically has been different from a lot of other places, every other place in America. But there's also a lot of issues, violence, murder rate, stuff like that. So how has your experience been? Like, have you had issues, or has it just been really like a positive? Because New Orleans is one of those places where there's a lot of negative news. So people hear about New Orleans and they're like, oh, it's murders, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of crime. Like, what's your thoughts on the city right now?
Yeah, so my thing is, I stay out the way. I stay out the way. I almost don't leave the house unless I'm probably going to Treehouse. I stay out the way. So, but for the most part, I would say I know my city be painted in such a negative way, but it's really love in New Orleans. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, every place have crime. Every place got their negatives and their positives. But I can speak for myself and for my circle of friends, which I have a successful circle of friends like me, Super Cent, Larry Monroe, Jessica Dupart, like when we come to our city respect us and look at us as like pretty much as their way out and they blueprint. So I really feel like we are respected in the sense that it's just so much love, and it's just like you give me hope. We give them that bit of hope that sometimes you don't even get to see these kind of things, and you don't even think these kind of things are possible to achieve. So you can look on TV all day and see Puff Daddy a billionaire. You look on TV all day and see Jay-Z a billionaire. Even though somebody else achieved it, you're going to feel like, okay, that's them. But if you see the same person that you stood next to in the crawfish line getting a daiquiri and they became a billionaire now, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, you giving me hope for real. Protect this king. You know what I'm saying? Protect this king at all costs.
All cold,
you know what I'm saying?
That crawfish line.
Crawfish line getting a daiquiri.
You buy in the warehouse. Obviously, ridiculous. Congratulations on that Black Friday. Business is booming, but so do expenses. So how are you managing that? Because as you grow more, you got to get more inventory. There's more expenses. How are you managing that balance between profitability versus what you have to spend?
My CPA and Deja. Shout out to Deja. I don't got time to do this. No, Deja works with my CPA. I say loop me in the meetings when you really need me there, because I got shit to do. You know, I gotta go to Treehouse. Let me know what they say. You know, but yeah, we always want to make sure that we stay at a certain threshold and a certain number, and like, you know, our profit got to be a certain amount. Like, you know, if we spend $2 million on inventory this month, we gross blah 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 amount of millions, and you know, we spend this much on production, we got to make sure we had this much left in the account and spend this much on expenses. Like, she break down every single thing. It's times when she call and say, where did you spend $200 at? I'm like, girl, look, I needed some gas. Gas is $80. How you spend $200? You know what I'm saying? So definitely keep that balance. But other than that, I mean, as far as the AP and stuff, Deja found out afterwards. She would have never approved of it. You know, sometimes you got to be a little irresponsible to get responsibility. You know?
So
I like that.
Let's talk about this employee that you had that drove 2 hours to work.
1 hour, yes.
1 hour,
yes.
You bought him a house. You bought him a house.
Yes, that was my very, very first employee. Her name is Keisha, and I just knew I was, you know, like I told you, I was going to drop this product, but I didn't know it was going to do this. So Keisha was the first person that came on the Black Smoke. I haven't even released it or told the world I was releasing it yet. Me and her was like inside of the room, stacking up the hookahs together, whatever the case may be. It's like, we go clear this room out one day. So Keisha was the very first employee, and she lives on the West Bank, and I live on the North Shore, which is like an hour drive. And she drives to work an hour every morning and back every afternoon. And Keisha is always the first one at work and always the last one to leave. Even when she like not on the clock no more, she still like, just to get ahead for tomorrow, I gotta be doing address corrections, I gotta be doing this, gotta be doing that. It's times where we have so many orders, and Keisha was pushing out the orders by herself because she was my first and only employee, that she would literally not see her kids for 2, 3, and 4 days. She'll literally sleep on the North Shore where the warehouse at, just so she could wake up 3 a.m, go start orders, and leave out there 12 a.m. Like, that's the kind of commitment that she had to me. And she started that from the beginning before she knew what the company was going to become. You know, it's easy to find employees now that will probably won't come just ship and pack with Black Smoke because it's the popular thing. It probably seemed like the cool thing to do. Mm-hmm. But to have somebody else believed in me before I truly even believed in myself, before I even knew or witnessed what this was going to become, it's like a different kind of love and admiration that I will always have for Keisha. So still to this day, she was driving to work every morning and leaving every evening, driving an hour, and never complained about it. It was just the fact in the back of my mind that I was realizing that she's still doing this. So what kind of other way that I could repay her, you know? So I had to make sure I got Keisha by that warehouse.
Shout out to Keisha.
Shout out to you, Keisha.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You're a real one.
No, that's important, man. You gotta take care of your support.
Yeah,
because you're only as good as a team.
As the people around you, absolutely, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. So let me ask you this: as far as you have the hookah, mm-hmm. Are there other like ancillary products that you could produce like from the hookah? Like, are you selling, like, what is it actually called, those big things where you smoke hookah out of?
The hookahs.
That's the hookah.
Yeah, that's the hookah.
So that's the
hookah pen. So
what you're smoking is the shisha.
Is the shisha,
yeah.
Correct.
So hookah, is the name of
The machine.
The machine.
Correct.
Oh, okay. I never knew that. I thought hookah was actually what you're smoking.
No.
So that's what I said. You got 15 shisha flavors.
15 shisha
Well,
flavors.
so all right. So do you sell hookah?
Yes.
You sell those?
Yes.
Okay. So you sell a hookah.
And I sell a fruit shisha to put inside the hookah instead of the nicotine tobacco.
So what's all your product line? Like what's all the products that you sell? You sell this. You sell the fruit,
yes.
shisha.
I sell the hookah pen, the hookah shisha, the hookah charcoals. I got 100%
what's that?
Organic coconut charcoals. That's the black things that you can sit on top. In the club when they sit on top of the foil, I sell a hookah foil. I sell the tips to smoke the hookah off. I have candy tips. I even have hookahs that light up. So I have my own batteries called Black Power to go inside of the hookahs.
You know what's missing?
What?
Merchandise.
Like you talking about like
clothes
and stuff like that?
That's what I'm saying. Is that when we talked about, and shout out to my brother Burton, but like when you see that C, you know what it is, right? So like I would imagine when we see this logo, people just want to support it, right? Because it's something that brings us together. This is enjoyable. This is like a moment. And so when I see him wearing accessories, I know we're connected because he's on the same time I'm on.
What's
so when
people
wear
crazy
the shirt.
It was crazy is when I go on live and stuff and talk to him, I always have on my shirt or my hat, but we just make them within our company, our team. Like, I think you got on a Black Smoke hoodie right now, huh? Yeah, see? And people be like, put them on the site, what can I buy, man? I just be like, we got too much going on. I can't. Yo, we can barely keep up with these orders. We can barely keep up with these orders. Y'all not about to stress me out. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like as the team grow and as the business constantly grow, we could touch other avenues and stuff like that. But right now, I think we overwhelmed.
So where's the name Blakk Tatted? Used to be a tattoo artist?
Man, no, man. I'm gonna tell you, I'm so crazy, bro. I always had a wild imagination. I guess that's why I became successful, right? So I was literally creating my Instagram when I came from All Show, and I went to the tattoo shop when I got All Show. I was, at this point, I was All Show for like a month and a half. I had some money to blow, you hear me? I was like, who to give it to? The tattoo man. That's what I'm gonna give it to. So I was in there, and I was creating my Instagram to make one when I'm going back All Show. And I was like, what to call myself? I already called myself Black. My whole family called me Black. Nobody called me by my government. My whole family called me Black. So I'm like, Black what though? I can't just say Black because then people just call me like the color. I was like, oh, I'm about to get all these sleeves. I'm about to get my legs tatted, my arm tatted, my neck tatted. Blakk Tatted. That boy, because you gonna see that boy Blakk Tatted after today. You heard? Guess what? But I had never had a tattoo yet.
You got all those tats in one day?
Fuck no.
Oh.
That's my point. I had never had a tattoo. Nobody told me that shit hurt. So when I made the name Blakk Tatted before I got in the chill, once he gave me that ink one time, I was like, I never got it finished. I never went back.
So you didn't have any tattoos?
I got a half a sleeve
on your neck.
Yes, I went back and got this a couple years after that. But I made the name Blakk Tatted thinking I'm about to be tatted up. I paid the man in full. He still follow me on Instagram to the day, so we never finished. I saying we never is. That shit hurt. I don't know how people do that, bro. I'm never going back. No, indeed.
No.
No, indeed.
No, indeed. So, do you doing anything with Essence Fest?
Oh, so me and Larry was already talking about making sure I'm a part of Essence Fest next year. This year I kind of missed my mark because, like I say, the business is fairly new, so it would have took so much. But now I got more little knowledge and understanding, so definitely gonna be a part of Essence Fest next year.
Larry, let's make sure that the biggest.
Yeah, we already spoke about that. Larry.
Okay.
Yeah, we already.
For the culture.
Wouldn't let him in the studio without that conversation. So you got some pretty big influences, obviously, Lil Wayne type of line. Is there anybody that on your wish list, like if I can get my product in their hands, this would be even crazier?
Yeah, I'm talking about. I know this is wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know Hov and B probably done smoked something before. You know what I'm saying? They cool people. I'm like, damn, B, been holding a Tesla bag, like, just hold a Black Smoke. But like people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, and Drake. Those kind of people. I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at it.
This makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at this point, like, who else?
Yeah, I think they just bought a place out in New Orleans too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, J&B.
Write that down, y'all. Pull up. Yeah, I know. I'm just joking. Right. Yeah, just joking around.
Right.
No, I know her sister used to live there.
Yeah, Solange used to live there. Yep.
No, it's a good story, and I feel like it's something that it's so many different places that I see people smoke. Even in like because you know, like summer basketball in New York is real big, like in the street, like street ball stuff like that, and they starting to have hookah on the court.
Yeah.
Like courtside seats, and so this is way more convenient because it's like like they literally have the hookah, those big hookah machines, like
Wow.
on the court, like people smoking hookah.
Imagine somebody come to get the ball.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, New York, wow.
Thinking like even like this is way more convenient than having that big hookah.
Yeah,
That's dope.
You ever thought about having ambassadors?
I didn't, but I mean, I'm open to it. Like I'm saying, like everything just happened so fast, bro.
The Black Smoke Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah, but I'm saying we never do it. We made a list, like, you know, we thought about it, but we never did it. And people be writing all the asking, how can I become an ambassador? Can I get on the ambassador list? It's like, yeah, I'm like, add them to the list. And we got this long list that we just never did nothing with. Yeah. But I'm going to get 2023. I'm coming for you, boy.
2023.
You know?
So before we wrap, what's some of your plans like for next year? Like what are you looking forward to in the next year or two?
What I'm looking forward to, because it have become this whole social media thing that people always talk about how they love going to hookah spots, right? And they go to hookah spots and they willing to pay for the hookahs there. They don't mind paying for it, but they literally want to put the black smoke shishas. They want to smoke the black smoke shisha only. They were like, I even pay your price for your shisha, but can't you put the black smoke in it? So it was this funny thing I was tagged in on Instagram, this hookah spot in North Carolina. It was so popular where people were bringing black smoke to it. They literally had a sign by the door say no black smoke products allowed. So they be literally saying, Black, you got to give us some black smoke hookah spots. We don't want to go to them hookah spots with all that nicotine, all that tobacco. So I just want to say I'm never not working. I hear you, King and Queens.
Well, that's what I was saying. That's
fire.
I feel like if you get those, because there's so many hookah spots that's out there, and if they can have a healthy alternative that still tastes good, I would go there for sure.
Yeah. So that's my big goal and big plan for 2023. I'm very excited about
that distribution gonna be crazy, man. I'm sure that the people listening here are like, all right, we got to get this in our spot. So
if you're a restaurant owner or club owner, you should be early. You should be reaching out
right now.
Are restaurant owners reaching out to you?
Everyone you could probably think of, man. It's crazy. Even the strip clubs.
Strip clubs?
Yes, everybody reaching out, man.
Support black businesses.
Strip club, yeah.
We do. Support them.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's been a pleasure, my brother.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you. How can the people follow you on social media, website, all of that stuff?
Yeah, you can follow me at Blakk Tatted and Black Smoke. So the thing that people be having a problem with at Blakk Tatted and Black Smoke is because they spell black with the BLACK. There's no C. It's BLAKK Tatted and BLAKK Smoke. And also the website is blacksmoke.com.
And so Blakk Tatted is your personal page.
Personal.
Black Smoke is your
business page. Correct.
Got it.
Yeah, highly recommended, highly respected.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
First time that we've actually tried the product live. And it didn't disappoint.
No,
man.
it didn't. We're gonna have to get a bundle over here.
Yeah, I need the bundle pack.
Yes.
I told you that's the most popular flavor, the bundle. You see that? I ain't lying.
That's really good.
What's the most popular flavor? It's called all of them.
Every one of them. That's what's the most popular.
All three of them.
All three of them. That is a fact. Troy, housekeeping items?
Yo, shout out to everybody on EYL University. Shout out to everybody on Patreon.com. And shout out to all the earners that are worldwide. I say worldwide because it's just that, man, we got love from a lot of places throughout the world. So shout out to you and shout out to Black, man. Like, this is a really good pair. I'm gonna go upstairs with this, and this will probably be done tonight. So I'm gonna try some new flavors, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
We gonna help support this, man, and we got some business to do.
Black Smoke is the movement, baby.
Black Smoke is the vibe.
One puff on our way out, please.
Let's puff it on EYL,
On
baby.
our way out.
The biggest.
Talking Lil Wayne. Go ahead. Appreciate y'all, man. Such an honor.
That was my slow-mo.
Did y'all get that on video?
Yo, love is love. Yo, we out. Peace.
My graduates from my school being Forbes, bag drop.
Bag drop.
A mic drop, bag drop.
Bag drop.